Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer and I'm still playing Arkham Horror with the Dunwich and the King in Yellow expansion. And, well, it's not looking too good. The Doom track, the ancient one, is Tsar, and the Doom track is now at 6. It will awaken at 11. And there are now 5 gates open. With the 7th gate we will be in trouble, but these 2 characters here, they will now return in the next turn, and then they might actually seal 2 gates. So that's a start. The real problem is still this second act, which is in play, and it simply says if I draw an environment weather card, then the game is lost. And yeah, that's a pretty bad thing. But okay, maybe if I'm really lucky and I don't draw these cards, I might still have a chance here. So the next first player is Daryl Simmons, and I'm gonna do the upkeep phase now. Okay, so there were no surprises during the upkeep phase. And it's now Daryl Simmons. He's lost in time and space, but now he can, he's no longer delayed, and he can return from lost in time and space. And that simply means that you can simply move to any location in Arkham, anywhere you wish. So he now goes here, again to the unnameable, to this gate of the City of the Great Race. And he's got his Elder Sign, and he might try to close one of these gates. And then it stacks the Drake, and now he simply returns here from the second space of the other world. Then he returns to Arkham, and it's the City of the Great Race. So now he can decide where he wants to return, and I'm not absolutely sure about this. I think he will actually come out here where the witch is. In the turn when you return from another world, you don't have to fight the monster, just in the next turn. And then it's Minty Pan, and she's still trapped here, and she won't move out of the general store because then she might be attacked by the crawling one. She tries to stay here. Basically there are 2 possibilities. One chance is that she might try to sneak past this crawling one. It only has a -1 modifier, so that's not too bad. The problem is she's cursed, so she's only allowed to roll 3 dice, and she needs a 6. So that's pretty risky. And well, the damage would be 2. And I think right now she only has 2 stamina. So there is a 50-50 chance, and if she doesn't make it, she's killed or KO'd. So I think that is not really good. The other chance is, yeah, so I'm hoping now that either this thing moves, because it has this circle, and these circles are pretty often activated, so maybe it simply moves away, or the other chance is that this curse goes away if I roll a 1 in the upkeep phase. But Yeah, that's not so likely. So let's hope for the best here. Okay, and then it's Carol and Fern, and she also returns from another world, and she actually goes here onto the city of the Great Race and then tries to close this gate. Okay, and now we come to the encounter phase. So first it's Daryl Simmons, and he's here on this gate, and well, he's sucked into this gate because, well, at least I think so actually, because yeah, he didn't explore that. She did explore that gate, but he didn't. So he is sucked into it, and he now starts his otherworld encounter phase here in the city of the Great Race. And then it's Dexter Drake. And he now can try to close this gate here. And you see here there is a modifier. That's what you need when you roll. That's what you need to modify your roll with. And you can close a gate either with a lore roll or with a fight roll. In this case, he's got a 5 lore value, and he also has a 5 fight value because of his fight skill. So it doesn't matter. He can simply roll 5 dice, and he needs a 5 or a 6. And well, he just managed to do this. 1 success here. Okay, so now the gate is closed. And he then can keep this gate as a trophy. And there are some locations where you can change these trophies for some goodies, allies, clue tokens, money or so, that can be helpful for you during the game. And now he will actually spend 5 clue tokens, and if he does so, he can seal that gate. Oops, my god. So now he can place this beautiful elder sign here on that location, and that makes this location stable. That means under normal circumstances, no gate will appear there and no monster will appear here. There is the exception with the gate burst, but normally, let's hope that doesn't happen. And if we manage to seal 6 gates, then the game is won. But that's still a long way to go. Okay, and in addition to this, this gate has this symbol here, this triangle symbol. So now every monster in Arkham with this symbol token here is removed from the board. And that is in this case the Chthonian. And that's pretty good because it's a very tough monster. And that's gone now. Very good. And then it's Minty Pan, and she's still in the general store, and she draws an encounter card. And it says, you notice a small music box for sale for $2. If you buy it, make a luck -1 check. Well, we can't because we only have $1. So it's impossible. And then it's Carolyn Fern, and she can now try to close the second gate here. And as I said before, this is a monstrous gate. So if she fails this check to close the gate, then a monster will appear. She also has a lore value of 5. So I'm pretty confident she will do this. And there's also a modifier of 0. So she can roll with 5 dice. And yes, this time absolutely no problem. 3 successes. So the gate is closed. And she can keep that as a trophy. And she also will spend 5 clue tokens to seal the gate. Okay, well, that's a start finally. 2 sealed gates, it's not too bad. And now we come to the Mythos phase. And we have to draw from the King in Yellow expansion deck. Ooh, and again, close. Another environment card, but it's a mystic environment. So let's see. We have the Unvisited Isle. There is already a gate, so we'll have another gate burst here. No gate burst, but a monster search here. So that means now, because there are only 3 gates open, this time it's the number of players that will be determining the number of monsters that appear in Arkham. So we have now 4 new monsters that will come through the gates. And again, we are not really lucky. The Ghoul, he's easy. He's not a tough guy. But Barnabas Marsh and the Formless Spawn, they are both, well, a little stronger actually. And this Shoggoth is really one of the real bad monsters once again. So let me see now. Okay. I think I'm not absolutely sure how to do this. I think I'm gonna place the Ghoul over here. And oh my god, maybe better here, because we have to, we will return there in one of the following turns with Daryl Simmons, and it's gonna be a pretty tough ride for him if he comes out here, but okay. And we got the Formless Spawn. I think I'm gonna place that here. We got Barnabas Marsh, and he's gonna be here, I guess. Now let me see how many monsters there are in Arkham. There are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that one in the sky. Is that true? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that is bad luck, because we can now place 1 additional monster here before we reach the monster limit. So we now have to place the Shoggoth, and yeah, I guess I'm gonna place that That's pretty tough. Okay. Anyway. And then we have to do the movement. And now there is these moon monsters. They are moving now, and that is, well, let me see. There is no monster, no moon monster. Nope. And then we have these crosses, and they move to the black areas. And these are now, is now this one here, and that is moving here. Deep One Hybrid, and Barnabas Marsh. And he's moving here. So it might be now a good idea to go to Dunwich with one investigator and kill this breed over there. And here, nobody. Okay. And then a clue appears at the science building. Well, that's interesting because there are now 3 clues. But the science building is kind of guarded by this proto-Shoggoth. That's sad. And then it says, flying creatures do not move to the sky. Gates to another dimension cannot be closed or sealed. Aldebaran Ascendant. Okay. Well, fine. Okay, and then we'll come to the next turn. Okay, so Daryl Simmons actually lost his retainer during the upkeep phase, but he's got $10. I think that's quite a lot, so there's no reason. Well, actually, I want to use this $10 note. I don't have that too often. Okay, and then I have a quite interesting plan for Dexter Drake. First of all, he has to fight the witch, because now it's the movement phase, and if you're on the same space with a monster at the start of the movement phase, you have to fight that. The witch is magical resistance. So that means that you have to, if you use magical powers, you can only use, you get only half the bonus that you would normally get by these powers. So I think I'm going to use the carbine rifle, simple but effective, just shoot her in the face. And yeah, I'm going to exhaust this thing. And it gives me +5, and I got a 4, and then I got an additional 1. So I got actually 10. -3, that's a 7. And I just need 1 success, so that shouldn't be too hard. Yes. 2 successes. So I killed the witch, gained the trophy, and then I can move. And I will move to the asylum, to the Arkham Asylum. See that here. Because I want to do some magic now, and it might be a good idea to be there. And on the other hand, I could use the crystal of the Elder Things. Well, in this case, I guess I will move to Hips Roadhouse and collect this clue token. I think that's even better. And you can see that here. That is Hips Roadhouse. Okay, and then... Oh, now I see. I made an error here. I thought I could use this lure monster during the movement phase, but I have to do this during the upkeep phase. Anyway, I will do this in the next upkeep phase. Then I guess I will lure some of these monsters to his space. I think that's a pretty good idea. Ah, that's sad. I forgot that. Okay. Anyway. And then it's Minty Palm. Yeah, and she's again in trouble. She doesn't get out of there. That's frustrating. Okay, and she's at the... Oh no, wait a minute. First I have to finish the movement phase. She simply stays there. And then it's Carolyn Fern. And she's here in the Unnameable. And she moves now here to the Miskatonic University. She's going to try to get these clue tokens in the science building. And she is going to try to kill that Proto-Shoggoth, which is guarding these things. And to do so... Well, by the way, she used her psychology ability during the upkeep phase to heal herself and bring her on 6 sanity again. And now to use these, to kill this thing, she uses the Storm of Spirits. Let me see if there's a special... There's a physical resistance. So it's even better to use the magical spell here. And there is a casting modifier -1. But first she has to do the horror check. And this is a +0 modifier. And she's got a 4. So let's hope for the best here. And yes, 2 successes actually. So she made it. And then she can now do this spell. And there's a casting modifier of -1. So once again she has 4 dice. And yes, 1 success. That's enough. And that gives her a +3 to combat checks. And she can use her lore value. So she gets now 8. And let me see. She will, in addition, use the skull crackers. So that gives her 1 additional point. Wow, let's hope for the best here. So now she's got 9, but she needs 3 successes. So that is pretty tough now. But 3, 5, 9. Let's hope we're lucky here. It's a little risky, but it would be awesome to kill this thing. And... oh no! 2 6s, and here we got only 1s, 2s, and a 4. Oh man, that is bad. Ah, gosh. Okay, the Storm of Spirits applies for the whole combat. So now I will take 2 damage. And I only got 3 stamina, but I got the enchanted jewelry. Put 1 stamina token from the bank on enchanted jewelry to avoid losing 1 stamina. So I'm going to use this thing and place 2 tokens there. So, okay. But the skull crackers was only good for 1 check. So I can't use that ability again. That doesn't make it easier. So now I only have 8 dice, but I want to kill that thing. Maybe I'm lucky. And now I need 3 successes again. These 2 successes, they don't remain. I have to start again now. Oh, come on. I hope I can do this. Yes, I did. Awesome. 2 5s and a 6. Very good. Well, I gotta admit I was lucky here. So I killed this proto-Shoggoth. With the Storm of Spirits. Okay, very cool. I could have also used the food, as I see right now, to avoid 1 stamina loss. Yeah, okay. But anyway. And that was the movement phase, and when you once fought, you can't move on. So she now has to stay here at the Miskatonic University streets. Okay, and then it's Daryl Simmons, and he moves here. Wait a minute. I forgot his otherworld encounter. I have to do this. It's from the last turn, but I think I can still do this. It's not too bad, I hope. Okay, let me see. Okay, I've drawn. The stars are right. Shuffle the gate deck and keep drawing until you get an encounter of the right color. Okay, I will do this. Okay, so let's draw again. And we need a green or a yellow one. Well, that would be fine, but there is this Kingsport or Innsmouth. I'm not sure which one it is. So, and that's the same here. And again, not good. That one is good. Lost Carcosa, Relie, or other. You discover you are able to hear the thoughts of an individual in Arkham. Well, that sounds interesting. Roll a die and consult the following table. Well, that's really something special. Okay, so let's roll. And that's a 3. The thoughts are preoccupied with trivial matters. No effect. Okay. Interesting encounter, I like that. Okay, that was the encounter of the last turn. I forgot that, and now I can simply move here. And that's the end of the movement phase now. Okay, and we start with Dexter Drake. He's at Hips Roadhouse, and he has to draw from the King in Yellow deck. And it says, regular needs funds to get out of town fast. He offers to sell you whatever is in his trunk. Make a will +0 check to convince him to show you his best goods. Well, that doesn't look good. We have a 0 will. If you pass, draw a number of common items equal to the number of successes you rolled and purchase any that you wish for the list price. Discard the rest. Okay, so we weren't successful here. And then it's once again Minty Pa. And she's still stuck here in the general store. And that says, the shopkeeper entreats you to cover for him. My wife was in an accident. Can you mind the store for me for a few hours? That shouldn't be a problem as long as this thing is out there. If you do your job honestly, he pays you $2. However, you could skim a little off the top. If you do, gain $5 and make a luck -1 check. If you fail, you are arrested. Okay, I can't do this luck check because I only have a luck value of 0. So I'm gonna do it honestly and gain $2. Well, that's not too bad actually. And Carolyn Fern is on the street, and there are no encounters on the street. And now it's, well, that was the Arkham encounter phase, and then it's the Otherworld encounter phase, and again it's Daryl Simmons here. So let's see. Yeah, that's a good card. City of the Great Race. When your mind returns to your body, something seems to have happened to you while you were away. Oh my god. Make a luck +0 check. If you pass, lose 1 stamina. If you fail, draw an injury card. Well, that's bad. But my luck is good. If you pass, lose 1 stamina. Okay. So okay, gotta roll 4 dice. Let's see. Yeah, no problems here. We got 3 successes. So I just lose a stamina. So that was the Otherworld encounter phase, and now we come to the Mythos phase. Okay, I rolled a 5, and that means I have to draw from the King in Yellow Mythos card deck. Once again, lucky. Remember, every Mythos phase could be the last one. So these are now the woods. A gate appears in the woods. Let's see what kind of gate that is. A regular one or one of the Lurker of the Threshold expansion. That's a regular one. And that one leads to another time. That is one of these 2 other worlds of the Dunwich expansion. So that appears here in the woods. And then we have to add a Doom token. Every time a gate opens, you have to add one of these Doom tokens. So there are only 4 left. Well, actually there are only 3 left, and then the 4th one would be the end. But we have the Elder Sign, and we also have this Elt down shards. And these 2 things would allow us to remove a Doom token each. And then we got to draw a monster. And that's a Night Gaunt. And they are actually not too bad, I think. Well, yeah, I think they're okay. That's a flying monster. So it goes here, and we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 monsters in Arkham, so the monster limit allows even 1 additional monster. And now a gate opened, and the special ability of Tsar forces us now to roll 2 dice. And if doubles are rolled, which is the case, we have to draw another Mythos card. Oh god. I don't know why, but I got a really bad feeling about that. Okay, it's once again from the King in Yellow deck. And oh my god. That's another mystic environment. Yeah, it's the weather one. Oh my god. And this time it says there opens a gate at the unnameable. But now, because it's sealed, no gate opens. So that is good. And then I first resolve this card, and after that I will resolve the first card. Because it said when a gate opens, immediately draw another card and resolve it. So now these monsters will move. And that is a monster with this octagonal or hexagonal symbol here. So that will be this one. And it's a ghoul. And he moves now here. And let me see if there's another one. Yes, there's a formless spawn right here, and that moves here to the merchant district. And then we have these three monsters here. And we have a fire vampire in the sky. And that one will attack now Carolyn Fern because she's on the streets. And let me see, is there something else? I don't think so. Oh yes, there is actually. There is the Night Gaunt, which is also activated. And that's a flying monster. And now it's interesting because because you start resolving these cards in a way that you start with the gates, then you move the monsters, and then you place the clues, and at the end the text goes to effect. So until then, now it's still this old environment card in effect, and that says flying monsters do not move to the sky. So yeah, the Night Gaunt stays here, I guess. And a clue appears at the woods, which will be not the case because there is a gate. And now we have, let me see, it says Spawn of Yog Sothoth. A strange group of protesters surrounds the playhouse where the King in Yellow is being performed, chanting, "He is the spawn of Yog Sothoth," and waving placards that read, "Have you seen the yellow sign?" Cultists have magical immunity. Additionally, any investigator who is lost in time and space must pass a will -1 check or be devoured. Okay. So this is the environment. That's placed here. And now we have to resolve this card. And there we have some movement. And that is this time a good one because the circled monsters are activated. And that means finally this crawling one, it moves now here. So finally Minty Pan can move out of this store. Then we have these rectangular monsters here. And I'm just wondering, luckily there is no one in Dunwich activated. And well, let's see. Yeah, there is a Shoggoth. Oh my god. That's a fast one. And that is the black marker, so he moves right here. And he will attack Carolyn Fern, and that's bad, because this guy is really bad. Oh yeah, my god. Gotta be lucky again. But she already killed that Proto-Shoggoth, so why not kill a Shoggoth too? Okay, and then it's, let me see. Is there another? Yeah, oh god, the duel. Yeah, that's also a circled monster, and she moves here on the streets, the merchant district. Huh. Yes, and I guess now that's it. I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess it's fine now. Okay. And then a clue appears at the Independence Square. Here. And it says high tides. The tides seem to be defying the tidal charts, causing elevated water levels for upriver. Investigators in Rivertown, Easttown and Merchant District streets, all locations, must pass a fight -1 check or be delayed. Okay, let me see. She's at the Miskatonic University. Rivertown, Easttown and Merchant District streets. That is here. That is Merchant District, Rivertown and Easttown. Okay, so yeah, you can see here, that's the river here, the Miskatonic. That's the name of this river. And all the streets here are flooded. But there is no investigator, so nothing happens here. Whoa, okay. That was a lot to do. Yeah. So, but there's still hope actually. It's not gonna be easy for her to do all these fightings here. But if she's lucky, maybe she can do it. And well then, we had 2 gates now sealed. He will return from the City of the Great Race in the next turn. And he's got to face the Dark Young then, but well, it's not easy, but he can try to close that gate and seal it with the Elder Sign. And that would then remove also one of these Doom tokens. So that would be our 3rd gate then. We got 3 clue tokens here in the Science Building, so if we can manage to get there, it's also not too bad. There might be actually a chance, a little, very small chance. She can now leave this area here. She's got 5 clue tokens. If she manages somehow to get to one of these, well, she might even, the bad thing is that she's cursed. Otherwise she could even try to sneak past these monsters here, but she's cursed. There is a way, maybe she's lucky and she can get rid of this curse and everything won't be so bad. But just one wrong card and the game is over. So it's really, really close. Well, actually it isn't really close. We got to be very, very lucky if we want to win this. But there's still a glimpse of hope. Okay, so I hope to see you in the next turns. Maybe this is more interesting than I thought after the first video. And yeah, I hope to see you then. Bye. Well, I just realized I made an error here. It's not only these high tides. They not only apply to the investigators that are on the streets, but also on the ones that are in locations. So now she must do a fight check, and also Dexter Drake will have to do a fight check. That's again a problem because it's a fight -1 check and she's got a 1. So yeah, she can't do it. So she's delayed. She will stay in this store for one more turn. And if now, in the next turn, this guy moves back, then I'll be really damned. Okay, anyway, okay, I place this thing here to indicate that she's delayed, and then it stacks the Drake, and I think he's got a pretty good chance. He's got a 4 and a +1, so he's got a 5. -1 is 4. And yeah, he was successful, 6 and a 5. So he can move normally during the next turn. Okay, that was just a small correction of the mythos phase, and yeah, as I said, would be nice to see you in the next videos. Bye.